In progressive fighting system, we like to be like rats. We like to win at all cost. We want to be... In this program, you're going to see us training a lot with weapons. Okay, and I'd like to explain to you why we do that. It's not that we expect to have, I have my stick here and I'm walking down the street and some crazy has his stick and we go at it because we both know how to stick fight. That's not really the emphasis we want. The emphasis is on developing the attributes, okay? And when you're used to dealing with a stick whizzing around your head, sometimes as fast as 125 miles an hour, then you put that down, you go to the empty hands. It's like slow motion. It's the same feeling if you're driving your car 100 miles an hour out in the desert and you slow down coming in the city to 20. It's like you can get out and run faster than the car is moving. That's turbocharging your central nervous system and developing your attributes. Okay, we're going to start off with some basic angles. Anytime we have a weapon in our hand, we want to always equate it to the angle of attack. Okay? So what I'd like you guys to do is just up on your feet. And this is an angle 1. We'll call this, just for the sake of argument, this is an angle 1, downward diagonal. Okay? Let's everybody do that. Angle 1. Okay? This is an angle 2, backhand diagonal down. This is an angle 3, a horizontal this way. Angle 4 is a backhand this way. Angle 5 is a straight thrust. And the last angle is an overhand. Okay, let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and overhand. Okay, again. 2, 3, 4, 5, and overhand. Okay. It's important to shift your weight. Okay. Make sure you're shifting weight from one foot to the other. Okay, now, let's talk a little bit about the ranges with weapons. The reason why weapons training develops your empty hands is because it's like a chess game. For instance, Tim or Pat, if Pat gives me an angle 3 and I hit the hand, he's first got to survive the hand smash. Okay, and don't block this. Okay, give me an angle 3. That's the hand smash, just a smash on the hand. If he survives that, then he's got to worry about the puño hit. If he's having a good day and he blocks the puño hit, then he's got to worry about the flip stick. Okay, so if he survives that, then I'm going to take the disarm out and put in the oblique kick. Okay, so weapons is like a chess game compared to the empty hands, which is like checkers. So the empty hands has a tendency to turbocharge our empty hands. Now, whenever you're training with weapons, it's important to always equate to your empty hands. All right, so we're going to start off with a very simple drill. It's called largo mano. Pat's going to feed me an angle 1, and I want to smash the hand. That's the first principle. Anytime we have an incoming weapon, we smash the hand. Okay, so give me an angle 1. I'm just going to touch the hand. Angle 2, touch the hand. Angle 3, touch the hand. Angle 4, touch the hand. Angle 5, touch the hand. And overhand. Okay, let's pair off and try that. One side feed and then switch it. Okay, time. One of the most important principles in Filipino martial arts and weapons training is the concept of defanging the snake. Okay, anytime any angle comes in, I'm not really ever going to block this or just touch it. Okay, anytime that comes in, that's going to be my response. Okay, and that's going to inflict pain on the opponent's incoming weapon. If he gives me an angle two, same thing. Any angle that's coming in, I'm simply going to smash his hand. Okay, I don't have to worry about blocking, give me an angle one. We would never do this. Okay, it's always going to be inflicting pain. Okay, so now as we're doing this, this is one range. Okay, this is called lago mano range. If I smash the hand, his stick cannot hit my body. Okay, if he gives me an angle two, I can smash the hand, and his weapon cannot touch my body. If we're a little bit closer, okay, I need to smash the hand and put in the check just to be safe. Okay, so what I want to do now is move on to what we call sombrada. It's another range closer in. All right, so we're going to smash the hand, same thing, angle one. This is the first block. It's called an inside deflection. Notice I'm smashing the hand and putting it in the check, okay? And this inside deflection is a little bit of zoning footwork. We always want to zone away from the incoming weapon, okay? Again, that's an inside deflection, okay? I'm going to feed Ed. Very good, do it again. Okay, we'll just start with that. He's going to feed an angle one, and the receiver is going to do an inside deflection. That's our first counter or our first block. Okay, let's try that. Tim, when you're feeding the angle to your training partner, don't short arm the stroke. Okay, make sure you express it in. If I just feed it out here, he doesn't really have any reason to move. But the minute I express it in, now he's got to move. See how his mechanics are better and his footwork are better? Okay, if I feed him an angle two and I do this, he really doesn't have a reason to move. But the minute I go like that, he has to move. Okay, that's what we want to get out of the weapons. We want to make our bodies move better. Okay, so each time you feed an angle, he should feel, don't do anything, he should feel like this is going to touch his body. If he doesn't really have a reason to move. If I thrust and I just do this, he doesn't have a reason to move. But the minute I put it in, boom, he's got a reason to move, okay? Now he's got to move. Okay, if I give him an angle one this way, he's got to move, okay? So let's try that. Okay, time. Now Patrick gives me an angle one, okay? And I smash the hand and trap the hand. In combat, it's important to know I would not let this go. But for the training, I'm going to let it go and I'm going to allow him to counter. The next motion I want Pat to make now is called a drop stick, okay? So Patrick, why don't you try that a little bit? Yeah, again. Just like that, okay? And I'm going to feed him the next angle, which is an angle four, and that's the counter for the angle four, which is a drop stick. Notice how he got his leg out of the way. If I just stay right here, he's going to hit my leg. Even if I do the drop stick, it's going to still make contact. Okay, so what I want to do is make sure my leg gets out of the way as I smash his hand. Okay? Angle one, inside deflection. Next angle is a drop stick. Okay? After you, Patrick, same thing. Okay, make sure your leg is back and out of the way. Let's try that. Sombrada, this range that we're doing this drill in, is meant to be a counter for counter drill. What we want to do is we want to build a whole pattern. Okay, so we're always going counter for counter. Eventually we can get into a flow. Okay, this is just the first two steps, Pat. Okay, he gives me an angle 1, I do my inside deflection. And it's important to remember, this is always a smash on the hand, and that's the trap. Okay, and once again, we're always trying to think about our empty hands. If we're not holding the weapon, and the angle 1 comes in, it's the same thing. It's the same motion, okay? All right, no matter what. That's why the weapons help turbocharge our empty hands. Okay, so he gives me an angle 1, I smash the hand and check the hand. Then I feed him an angle 4 and he drops sticks. His next thing is going to be a thrust right here, in which I'm going to counter with a wing block. Okay, again, he gives me an angle 5. Boom, that's the wing block. Okay, let's just try that in the air. Okay, get this motion down. Shift your weight from your left foot to your right foot and go like that. Okay, again. Very good. One more time. Okay, now let's pair off and just feed the thrust and do the wing block. It's very important to get this motion down. The wing motion is very combative, okay, especially for your traps. Okay, when you get into the traps here, this wing motion is very good. Okay, see it from this angle? That's the wing motion. Once more time. Give me a good block. Yeah, that's it. Get a nice wing hand motion in. As soon as I'm here, I just deviate that pressure. Boom, that's my shot. Okay, let's try that. Feed an angle 5 and do the wing block. And then we'll put it back into the flow. Okay, time. Okay, so now let's put it back into the whole picture. You've got a smash in the hand and an inside deflection. I feed an angle 4 and he does the drop stick. He feeds me angle 5 and I do the wing motion. Okay, now I feed him. He does the inside deflection. I do the drop stick. He does the wing block. Okay, let's get that far. She gives me an angle 1, I smash the hand and check the hand again. She gives me an angle 1, I smash the hand and check the hand. I give her an angle 4 and she does a drop stick. She feeds the thrust, I do my wing block. Now my next most economical strike is an angle 2, which is going to come right there. Okay? And if she tries to do anything else but what we call a shield, she's going to be late. Okay? And she won't get there on time. Otherwise she's going to be hit. Okay? So as this comes in, she's simply going to do a shield and zone that way. Give me an angle 2. Okay, I don't want to stay right here and try to do a shield. Okay, really put that in. Right, if she does that, I'm going to be cramped, and I'm probably going to get hit. So I have to zone a little bit to this position. Okay, so each time she gives me an angle 2, I just zone over here. Okay, so once again, I feed her an angle 1, inside deflection, drop stick, wing block, shield. Okay, put the angle 2 right here at the neck. Again. Very good. Okay, let's try it. 1, I do my inside deflection. I give her an angle 4, and she does her drop stick. She gives me a thrust, I do my wing block. I give her an angle 2, and she does a shield. Now, from right here, what's her next most economical strike? Overhand. And if I try to do anything else other than go straight up with what we call a roof block, give me an overhand, that's our roof block, okay? And it's important. We call it a roof block, but it's not really a block. It's a counter. We're inflicting pain, okay? So once again, he gives me an angle 1, I do my inside deflection. Move out this way. Okay. Angle 1, inside deflection. Angle 4, she does the drop stick. Angle 5 is my wing block. I give her an angle 2, she does the shield. Now I do my roof block, okay? Let's get that far. Very good, thank you. Absolutely, Charles. Very good point. Time out. Paul just asked a very, very good question. He said, when you're striking with a stick, is it like punching where you try to follow through, like 6 inches beyond your target? Absolutely. Absolutely follow through. If you stop your strike, you're not going to hit anything. And if you do, it's not going to hurt anybody. And the same thing, once again, we're talking about equating the weapons to our empty hands. It's like the story about the knife thrower in the circus. He's got his wife on the board. It spins around. And, you know, for 15 years, he's throwing the knives. They stick here and here and here and here. And he's so used to missing her, and he finds out that she's having an affair with the lion tamer. He says, heck, man, I can take her out, and nobody's ever going to say a word. I missed. You know, so that night he goes out there, man, he's trying to hit her, and he's throwing the knife, and it's going choom, choom, choom. And he can't hit her, you know. And the reason why is because that's how he trained. You got to remember, how you train is how you're going to perform under pressure. All right? So every time you pick up a weapon or any time you train with anything, just ask yourself, is this how I want to be in combat? Come out here for a second. If, for example, you give me an angle 1 and I miss, I still have the safety check. Do it again. If I happen to miss, I still have the safety check. Okay? If I don't put in the safety check and I miss, you're going to what? Bam. I'm going to wake up in another zip code.
So no matter what angle you always have that extra hand.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, one more minute. Okay, let's review now. It gives me an angle 1. My first block is an inside deflection, okay, or a counter. Once again, let's review the footwork. I want to make sure you're shifting your weight and zoning to 0 pressure. I don't want to stay right here when he gives me the angle 1 and try to block that. It's, you know, it doesn't give me enough time. If you just move a little bit, okay, more comfortable now. Okay, now I give him an angle 4 and he does a drop stick. He's smashing the hand and checking the hand. He gives me an angle 5, boom, that's my wing block. Same thing. Now I give him an angle 2 and he does his shield. Okay, now the overhand comes in, and here's my roof block. Okay, now if I just feed him an angle 1, we're back to the beginning. And we have a whole pattern now where we can continue to flow. Okay, very nice. Okay, let's get that far. Let's put it into the whole flow now. Okay? Now the first range we covered was largo mono range. This is sombrado range. Okay? It's a different range. Okay? There's actually 7 different ranges in weapons training. The furthermost range is called projectile range. In old times it used to be blowguns and bow and arrows and slings, that sort of thing. Modern times it could be coffee cups, pool balls, anything you can pick up in a scuffle to throw. The next range inside of that is called carenza range. That literally means just shadow boxing. That's when you're just moving around, just kind of expressing yourself and staying busy. It's like an Ali out in long range, okay? That's carenza. Largo mono is the range in which you can smash the hand, but you don't need the checking hand, okay, because the weapon can't hit your head. In sombrado range, the range we just covered, is when you can smash the hand and you still need the checking hand. Okay, Ed, let me borrow you. The next range inside of that is called puño range. Okay, if it gives me an angle 3, and I smash the hand here, and I thrust here, I can reach with my off hand, okay, but I can't really reach with a headbutt or a knee. It's too far to go, okay? So that's the next range we want to cover. And we're going to do a simple drill. It's called puño sombrada. He gives me an angle 3, and I smash the hand, and I thrust here. It's my first shot. And I feed him. Smash the hand, and just catch it right here. Okay, let's get that far. Angle 3, smash the hand, and thrust. Just stop it right there. Okay? That's it, perfect. Just stop it right there. All you're doing is catching his thrust. Zoning. Okay, when he feeds the angle 3, you just kind of zone a little bit this way. It's the same wing block you were doing before. And then just thrust this in there. Make sure you threaten him with this, so he has to have a good block. Okay? Very good question. 30 seconds. Okay, now Pat gives me the angle 3. That's my first shot, is my wing block. Then I put my thrust in and he blocks that. So he's having a good day. Now he's got to watch out for the flip stick. That sounded a little hollow in there. You all right? Yeah. Okay, once again. Smash the hand, thrust there, and there's a flip stick. Okay, the only way he can block that is to bring his weapon up what we call a high wing block. Okay? Let's get that far. Once again. Angle 3. Smash the hand, thrust, flip the stick. For training, we let that go. Okay, so you can see it. Under combat, we wouldn't let that go. We just hit him. Okay, and then maybe take the stick out there. So right now, we allow him to block that, and we allow him to escape that. Okay, so I feed him an angle 3. Flip stick. Okay, just get that far. We want a nice cohesion up here. Okay, let's get to that point. Generally the last 6 inches of the stick. Okay, that's where you want to hit with. Okay, once again, Tim gives me the angle 3. That's my first block, is my wing block. There's my thrust. He blocks that, and we get to this point. Now we're kind of stuck here. What we want to do is just come right through here and disengage, and I want to smash his hand on the way through. And I feed him an angle 3. Once again, we now have a whole pattern. Carry it through there. Right. Good. Angle 3. Wing block. Thrust. Flip stick. Disengage. Smash the hand. Okay? For training, we hit on the stick. Okay, a thrust is fine here too. Okay, go ahead. Come out here. Good. Nice. Good. Sometimes you hit at the leg, okay? That forces him to get the leg out of the way. Move your leg. There you go. Make sure you hit the stick on the way through. Good. Okay, can we try that? Let's get that far. Okay, once again, reviewing the puño sembrada. He gives me an angle 3. I smash the hand and thrust. He blocks that. I flip the stick. We get a cohesion up here, and I come through and smash the hand there. I feed him an angle 3. He gives me the same thing. That's the flip stick. That's the disengagement. Okay, now why we want to do this? Okay, for our empty hands, it's the same thing. Every time we get anything coming in, we take it out. Anytime we get an instruction, we disengage. Okay, to whatever we might want to do. Okay, but the main thing is the weapons are helping our empty hands. Okay, now I want to add one more element. Gives me an angle 3, smash the hand, thrust, flip the stick. Right here, as soon as I feel this cohesion, I just want to put in my oblique kick and then disengage. Okay, flip the stick, oblique kick. Boom, okay, disengage. Okay, boom, flip the stick, oblique kick, disengage. Okay, let's try that. So I think these work with hand tolerance. Right there, oblique kick, right there. That's it, perfect. Put it on the notebook. Put your kick on a little bit. Make it a little so you can hear it. Borrow you? He gives me an angle 3, and right here at this point, block that. This is a range in which my puño can hit, or my hand, in either position. But it's really too far to go to headbutt or to knee, okay? So the next range we're going to cover is hubud range, which is a little bit closer than puño range. And it's the same drill as empty hands. Raise, slap, and hit. This is called the third hand principle in Kali. Okay, you'll notice my eye jab is already in, and I'm simultaneously blocking his incoming strike. And in reality, that's going to be a smash on his hand when it comes into play. But I raise, slap, and hit. Raise, slap, and that's my eye poke.